Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your news edition. These are the headlines. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, receives the Mujahid and renowned writer Rashid Boujedra. The President of the Republic presides over a ceremony honoring the June 2025 top laureates of the baccalaureate and middle school exams. Le Soir d'Algérie describes Bruno Retailleau's obsession with Algeria as a delusional dream haunting him. In addition to the Zionist bombings in Gaza, the Palestinians are also dying of famine. The humanitarian aids that manage to enter the enclave can't meet the urgent needs of the population. Welcome back. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received on Monday the Mujahid and renowned writer Rashid Boujedra, who offered him a copy of his latest book. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, presided over this Monday at the People's Palace the ceremony honoring the top graduates of the June 2025 baccalaureate and middle school certificate exams. Upon his arrival, he was received by the Minister of National Education. The President of the Republic offered to the top laureates of both exams of national education medals, gifts and financial rewards. The ceremony was marked by the attendance of the President of the Council of the Nation, the President of the People's National Assembly, the Prime Minister, the President of the Constitutional Court, the Minister Delegate to the Minister of National Defense, Chief of Staff of the People's National Army, the Director of Cabinet at the Presidency of the Republic, the Advisor and Personal Secretary of the President of the Republic, the Minister of National Education, High Representatives of the Government, members of the education sector, and the families of the laureates. The presence of the President of the Republic at this ceremony reflects his interest for education and teaching, as well as his encouragement of young elites and his ambition to take the Algerian school to the highest level. The President of the Republic honored the top laureates of the baccalaureate exam as well as at the national level.
تتقدم التلميذة الأولى وطنيا في امتحان شهادة البكالوريا لسنة 2025 التلميذة رونق زاني. هي الحاصلة على شهادة البكالوريا شعبة الهندسة الكهربائية بمعدل 19.70 والمتتلمذة بثانوية بدائرة طاووس تحظى بميدالية وهدية ومكافأة مالية يسلمها إياها السيد رئيس الجمهورية. تتقدم التلميذة الثانية وطنيا في شهادة البكالوريا التلميذة ملاكي حياوي في شعبة الرياضيات تحصلت على معدل 19.52 من ولاية معسكر. يقلدها السيد رئيس الجمهورية ميدالية ويقدم لها هدية ومكافأة مالية. التلميذة الثالثة وطنيا نرجس كامل هي الحاصلة على معدل 19.52 في شعبة الهندسة الكهربائية من الجزائر وسط. تقلد ميدالية وتحظى بهدية ومكافأة مالية من السيد رئيس الجمهورية. يتقدم شبل الأمة مؤيد سعادي الحاصل على شهادة البكالوريا شعبة الرياضيات بمعدل 19.41 من مدرسة أشبال الأمة الشهيد بردوز عبد الرحمن ببجاية.
شبل الأمة سعادي مؤيد خاص أشبال الأمة بجاية الشهيد بردوز عبد الرحمن.
يحظى بوسام تذكاري وهدية ومكافأة مالية من السيد رئيس الجمهورية. تتقدم شبلة الأمة هاجر قداري، هي الحاصلة على شهادة البكالوريا في شعبة العلوم التجريبية بمعدل 18.65. تحظى بوسام وهدية ومكافأة مالية يسلمها إياها السيد رئيس الجمهورية. إلى صاحب الهمة التلميذ صالح حمداني، هو الحاصل على شهادة البكالوريا في شعبة التسيير والاقتصاد بمعدل 18.29 من دائرة الذرعان بولاية الطارف. يكرم للمرة الثانية أمام السيد رئيس الجمهورية. سبق وأن كرم فائزا بشهادة التعليم المتوسط سنة 2022 ومضى والعزم يستنهضه لأن يكون أهلا للتكريم في شهادة البكالوريا سنة 2025. صالح حمداني هو الحاصل على معدل 18.29 في شعبة التسيير والاقتصاد. يحظى بميدالية وهدية ومكافأة مالية يسلمها إياه السيد رئيس الجمهورية.
The President of the Republic also honored the top laureates of the middle school exam laureates at the national level.
تقدم التلميذة الأولى وطنيا في شهادة التعليم المتوسط لدورة سنة 2025 مريم طلحاوي. تحظى بميدالية يقلدها إياها السيد رئيس الجمهورية وهدية ومكافأة مالية. يتقدم التلميذ الثاني وطنيا في امتحان شهادة التعليم المتوسط التلميذ أنيس باكير، هو الحاصل على معدل 19.46 من الجزائر غرب. يقلد ميدالية من السيد رئيس الجمهورية ويحظى بهدية ومكافأة مالية من السيد رئيس الجمهورية. يتقدم التلميذة الثالثة وطنيا في امتحان شهادة التعليم المتوسط التلميذة فاطمة خداش، وتسلم هدية ومكافأة مالية من السيد رئيس الجمهورية. يتقدم شبل الأمة محمد إسلام بالقران هجالة، هو الحاصل على شهادة التعليم المتوسط بمعدل 19.04 من مدرسة أشبال الأمة بتيارة الشهيد عمار محمد. يحظى بوسام تقدير وهدية ومكافأة مالية من السيد رئيس الجمهورية. يتقدم صاحب الهمة محمد أيوب مغزي، هو الحاصل على شهادة التعليم المتوسط بمعدل 18.01 من ولاية سطيف. والذي استنهضته الهمة وأبى إلا أن يكرم من السيد رئيس الجمهورية. تتقدم التلميذة البصيرة آلاء آية الرحمن جعفري، هي الحاصلة على شهادة التعليم المتوسط بمعدل 17.44 من ولاية خنشلة. تحظى بوسام تقديري وهدية ومكافأة مالية يسلمها إياها السيد رئيس الجمهورية. تتقدم التلميذة السميعة حليمة قاضي، هي الحاصلة على معدل 15.81 من ولاية توغو بوسام تقدير السيد رئيس الجمهورية. تقدم التلميذة آية موسوم، هي الحاصلة على معدل 16.90 في شهادة التعليم المتوسط دورة سنة 2025 بالمدرسة الدولية الجزائرية بفرنسا. تحظى بوسام تقدير وهدية ومكافأة مالية من السيد رئيس الجمهورية.
High representatives of the government also honored the top laureates of the baccalaureate and middle school exams, which reflects the recognition of the government of the importance of knowledge and its support of the elite on its way. On his side, the Army General, the Minister Delegate to the Minister of National Defense, Chief of Staff of the People's National Army, Said Chengeriha, honored the top laureates of the baccalaureate and middle school exams.
يتقدم شبل الأمة محمد الأمين بن فطة، هو الحاصل على شهادة البكالوريا شعبة الرياضيات بمعدل 19.11 من مدرسة أشبال الأمة بوهران الشهيد حمداني عدة. يحظى شبل بن فطة السيد الفريق أول الوزير المنتدب لدى وزير الدفاع الوطني رئيس أركان الجيش الوطني الشعبي. تتقدم التلميذة وصال بوسيف، هي الحاصلة على شهادة البكالوريا شعبة 10 من ولاية تلمسان. تحظى بوسام تقدير وهدية من السيد رئيس الجمهورية يسلمها إياها السيد الفريق أول الوزير المنتدب لدى وزير الدفاع الوطني رئيس أركان الجيش الوطني الشعبي.
After the ceremony, the President of the Republic took a memorial photo with the honored laureates. Following the ceremony, the Minister of National Education, Mohamed Sghair Saadawi, affirmed on this occasion the importance to continue the efforts to take the Algerian school to the highest level in order to reach a top-quality education system. We'll listen to his statement.
My sincere thanks and deep gratitude for giving us the honor of presiding over the ceremony of the graduates of the baccalaureate and the secondary education certificate. I would like to assure you of our determination to continue our efforts to raise the level of education in Algerian schools. We are determined to redouble our efforts to improve school life and establish quality teaching within our education system through the promotion of educational performance and the introduction of the necessary reforms to keep pace with the rapid development in order to integrate into a world governed by knowledge and technology and to contribute to the prosperity of our country and its overall development in accordance with the aspiration of our society and in response to its ambitions for a dignified and prosperous life.
The top laureates of the baccalaureate exam expressed their happiness and pride to be honored, affirming their will to contribute to the development of the country.
Thank you for this honor, the motivation, the encouragement and the strong push you gave me and my amazing classmates. We hope to proudly represent Algeria. I hope this moment is just the beginning of more success in the future. This is a proud moment for me and my family and for everyone who helped or supported me in any way. We hope to be good examples for the youth of tomorrow so they can follow our path and protect our country. The ceremony of honor made me even more determined to continue the work of our brave martyrs and protect Algeria with both knowledge and strength. We are proud to be part of the best students in Algeria, honored by the President of the Republic. Serving the nation, I would like blessed to be honored in such a beautiful ceremony. I thank the President of the Republic for celebrating top students every year. Our goal is to study well and serve our country, Algeria.
The top laureates of the middle school exam also expressed their pride and hope for a stronger Algeria.
This honor from the President of the Republic is a big source of pride and motivation for us to keep working hard and succeed in the future. I thank the President of the Republic for this happy event. It shows that our efforts are appreciated and makes success feel even more special. This was a kind and strong message to encourage us and future generations to keep doing our best. Meeting the President of the Republic was an amazing and unforgettable moment. I felt so happy and proud.
The President highlighted Algeria's efforts to achieve food safety through the adoption of several strategies to support investment in the sector of agriculture and the mobilization of water resources while facing climate change. In a statement read on his behalf by the Minister of Foreign Trade and Export Promotion Kamal Rizig during the second UN Food Systems Summit in Addis Ababa, the President of the Republic said that Algeria has set up a national roadmap for the sustainable transformation of food systems with the adoption of useful measures to answer the call of the UN General Secretary in 2023. To do so, a participatory approach was adopted by associating various people and representatives of non-governmental associations and the associative movement with a special importance for women and youth. The President of the Republic mentioned the reinforcement of the strategic sectors, especially the cultivation of cereals and the Saharan agriculture. During a video conference meeting on the occasion of its 61st session, the Joint Monitoring Ministerial Committee of the OPEC and its partners saluted this Monday the strong devotion of the countries that signed the Declaration of Cooperation respecting their production quota for the months of May and June 2025, highlighting a rigorous implementation of the agreed adjustments. The committee reminded on this occasion that the stability of the oil market depends on the collective membership of the OPEC+. During this meeting, Algeria was represented by the State Minister, the Minister of Energy and Mines and Renewable Energy, Mohamed Arqab, as well as the CEO of Sonatrach and the executives of the ministry. During a ceremony held on Monday in Algiers, the Baladna Algérie company signed several contracts for the achievement of the first phase of the integrated agro-industrial project in Algeria that will exceed $500 million with Algerian and foreign companies in order to produce milk powder, which marks the beginning of this strategic investment. Le Soir d'Algérie described Retailleau's obsession with Algeria, saying that he never misses a chance to mention it, as if it haunts his delusional dreams of power. Najah Tiyar with the details.
Retailleau, France's political is no good, obsessed with Algeria. That's the headline Le Soir d'Algérie chose for its latest article, capturing what it calls a growing political absurdity in Paris. Once again, Bruno Retailleau fixates on Algeria, revealing what the paper describes as a deep, almost pathological obsession. To him, Algeria has become both scapegoat and survival strategy, the only narrative thread he clings to as his popularity unravels. According to the paper, Retailleau appears convinced that the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, is personally targeting him, a belief so inflated it blurs the line between political theater and psychological delusion. Whether it's a joke or a genuine crisis of perception, the newspaper suggests the senator is in urgent need of a reality check or perhaps a political shock to snap him out of his self-appointed role on the world stage. But Algeria, the paper warns, is no platform for personal ambition. Rotayo's repeated attempts to use it as a political punching bag reflect a misunderstanding of both history and diplomacy. His latest move received a sharp and dignified rebuff. President Tebboune declared plainly, "My only interlocutor in France is President Macron." No room then was left for interpretation, no side deals, no back channels. The message was unequivocal. Rotayo holds no relevance in Algeria's eyes. Yet he persists, steeped in colonial nostalgia, shaking empty rhetoric like a relic of another era. He seems desperate to cast himself as a central figure in a fading drama, failing to realize that Algeria has moved on. It speaks today with sovereignty, pride and self-respect. Ultimately, the truth remains, Rotayo lacks the stature and credibility of a serious statesman. As Le Soir poetically put it, he's one of those peripheral figures who, when left ignored, begin to scream louder until they lose their voice completely.
In Gaza, the Zionist genocide continues. At least 7 Palestinians were murdered and several others were injured this Monday following an attack of the occupation forces. According to Tom Fletcher, Under-Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs and Emergency Relief Coordinator, 1 out of 3 Palestinians in the Gaza Strip has not eaten for several days. The food aid that has been able to reach the Palestinian enclave remains far from covering the population's urgent needs. Wissam Abu Zaid and Rania Al-Bahri.
For the first time in months, trucks loaded with aid were able to enter the enclave, where malnutrition has reached alarming levels, according to the UN. Food drops resumed at the same time over the besieged territory, raising hopes among many Palestinians who are watching for parachutes in the sky, but the quantities introduced remain insufficient to meet the needs of starving population. 7 or 8 trucks for 2 million people, it's really not enough. Even when we go to collect aid, we're targeted. There was talk of humanitarian truce, but on the ground we're getting killed. Today again, there were injuries and deaths. I'm still happy to have been able to obtain 8 kilos of flowers, even if they won't be enough to feed 20 people waiting for me. In northern Gaza in Beit Lahia, crowds of Palestinians walk amidst the ruins, carrying bags of flour on their backs that they just collected at the Zikim border crossing. The Zionist entity has announced a daily pause in fighting in certain areas for humanitarian purposes, yielding to increased international pressure. But on the ground, the reality is quite different. The attacks against Gazans gathered at the distribution points that never stopped, leaving dozens dead and wounded. I'm starving. I have no strength left. I can't even walk, but I have to come and get a bag of flour. What's more, we risk being shot, but starvation pushes us to take this risk. We have nothing left to lose. We retrieve bags of flour under enemy fire. Many have lost their lives. We have to leave the wounded behind us. We have no choice, either die of hunger or die from bullets. Here is the road to death. As a reminder, before the war, between 500 and 1,000 trucks entered Gaza every day. Yesterday, only 100 entered the enclave. Faced with millions of people in distress, the quantities delivered since yesterday remain derisory and poorly distributed.
The Spanish media have highlighted the Rif people's struggle for self-determination, marking a shift after years of neglect. And Jahtiyar with more details.
After the article was published by El Independiente, one of Spain's leading newspapers, featuring an interview with Erdogan Usama, president of the Rif National Party, analysts concluded that Spain is shifting its stance on the Rif issue. In the interview, Usama highlighted the cause of the Republic of the Rif, which was soon echoed by official Spanish media in a headline that left little room for interpretation. The newspaper pointed out that Spain views support for a strong and autonomous Rif as a way to escape the Maxence regime's use of illegal migration as political blackmail. The Mahsen regime tortures its opponents, violates their rights, and shows no regard for human rights, as confirmed by reports from the international organizations. We are a party that defends refugee rights and supports the Reef Republic. We believe in peaceful struggle because we still have a long way to go in rebuilding our land. We're also working to reduce migration towards Spain and Europe, which the Mahsen now uses as a pressure tool. The Mahsen regime's political influence appears to be waning, particularly after its failure to impose its position on Western Sahara. Its normalization with the Zionist entity and attempts to buy influence have only deepened its internal divisions and increased its regional isolation. Observers see Spain's recent moves as a break from the Moroccan regime's transactional approach, and the public statement in support of the Reef was interpreted as implicit recognition of the Republic of the Reef, a move that undermines the Mahsen standing and suggests that Spain is beginning to treat the Reef people's demands with greater seriousness.
And with this we come to the end of our edition. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us. Have a good night.